Elder Scrolls is such a fun game. And you're probably thinking, what the heck is this? Well, it's kind of it's a fun thing that's over in Twitch. As we're growing, it's kind of a migraine or a headache, if you want to call it. Or over in Twitch, there is sweet stuff going on in the system, but it's a headache. It's a headache because in the system there's a user that's switching their username. I actually suggested the user switch their username, and looking into the system is is a nightmare. She's not a witch. This is the fun time before the serious stuff comes in, and always is. It's um, it's some good stuff, and those that are working probably want to watch this, and they'll be able to get it. You guys, you'll get to watch this right now as you're after the work after the work day. The work day is over. It's like the work week is over for those who are working uh, Monday through Friday job. It's a great thing to go and just like sit back and relax. That's a really good thing. Um, Not talking about Funta Tarda, but there's a person over in Twitch that I'm getting kind of hooked up with here. This is the not fandom, fancy. Fancy. This is the user that is switching over to a new username. It's kind of they go by two different usernames, and I suggested like that I saw her in the system in ESO as another user, and so currently here in Twitch she has the username here. If this is being watched, this is going to be sweet. So at 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the Twitch um, live stream is going to be going on as we've discussed before, that we're gonna gather at 11:30 p.m. And so those of you that you want to tune in to Twitch at 11:30, then you'll be able to see us kind of work together. It's not all put together yet. I assume that we will meet together. We'll get together. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so that's so funny from before, how the little stick figures are so fun to play with. And that's what we're gonna do in a little bit. With I would love to have like where we talk to each other, and then we can draw together. They in the system with the animations, and this is it all kind of starts out with like working with stick figures, and If you've ever played Baldies, this this is like Baldies almost at its best. Like, oh yeah. I know the nickname for the game. Baldies Baldies is Baldies is almost as good as Barbie. Baldies. The actual nightmare that is in the system is that this user has changed over their name, and it's the new username is getting transferred over to where you'll start seeing the new username. So it's the thing that we need is the good information of when a person is switching over usernames. That's the important part. I looked in the system like, where are they? It's a nightmare because in the system, the user added me as a friend. Like I sent the friend request here last night. She put it in and was showing as a friend in the system. However, earlier today when I looked into the system, her name 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 her her name's her name's not go it's not it's not it's oh it's oh I'm gonna take a break. Oh, she didn't go away. But this is so much fun before the real stuff comes in, because this is the real stuff. And this is kind of what this is getting ready for. Oh yeah. Yeah. Stop. Oh, nice. Yeah, really? Are you in there? People, people. Do, do. What? Do. Up only once in a lifetime. You ever meet your possess. Oh, mother is probably in there. Well, not in there, but she's in there. The night. Storms later on. I wonder if there's some sweet horse racing. Hey, have you heard of a dragon horse? I hear that horse is really fast. He's not gonna break. He won't yet, is he? And she says, "Are you sure? Are you sure Dragon Horse is a he?" Hmm. How, how we can get into the castle? A lot of friends. Long eyes. A lot of less. Mm. Oh no, 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 no combat. I hope you don't have oh, you walk so good. Princess. Yes, Lebo has left the building. I really do want to see that dragon horse race. Oh yes. Oh yes. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now what's the best thing for like a thing like in train? Do you put on the do, or do you just leave this on? That's the question, because we're getting into Firesong here soon. So what are we gonna do, since we're getting ready to go back to Blackwood? Are you going to go to Galen, or are you going to go to Blackwood? Oh, such a sweet thing. It's like a true story coming true. Absolutely beautiful. Some people never get the opportunity to see the inner side of the game, and that's the beautiful thing, going over near the castle and then getting to watch the horses race. So absolutely beautiful. Or working on the boats over in the local area here. The economy is growing with a new boat that has come in. It's absolutely beautiful being out near the water, and with people where they're not connected just yet. It's it's a dream come true when two actually meet together. So I'm going in here. This is part of the Firesong Quest project, um, in a sense, because the system is being switched over by by many people, but few get the opportunity to actually connect up with each other. And so here at 11:30 p.m. over on Twitch, you'll be able to watch us kind of work together with some other people as well. Um, in the system, I was looking earlier. It was a absolute nightmare. And like how do you get a person's name into the system? It's just not a matter of like trying to like slowly sneak and trying to erase like a name, because the name is known here in Twitch as this name, as it's slowly being crossed out. This is getting over to the point in the other place where it's a scary place where you don't know if information, if it's gonna go away or if it's gonna stay. Like, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's when we need some help. And so tonight, this is going to be a great thing because a new stream team is emerging over on Twitch. I don't know exactly what we're gonna call it, but this person is is kind of the host. The like she's going to be playing the game while those of us work kind of in the system. We not only will we guide each other, we're in some form we're gonna get together, and it's a small group. It's about 10 or 11 people that that showed up last night. And so I was over in the stream, and then I asked her. I was like, hey, you wanna do a stream team? She's like, sure. Everyone else looked like they were prepared too. So don't know how many people are gonna come in. It's gonna be interesting to see um, who all shows up in the stream, or if you guys are just like watching. It'll be fun to watch. Fun to watch what's going on in the game. And so this is the important thing: getting the system prepared, over ultimately right now currently getting Firesong to actually fire up, and to where we can actually run the game. Now the thing about the system is that in the system her name is not completely showing up. So I just kind of popped in, kind of like was searching for people just to watch and to connect up with. We're not all connected yet, but we will be. And so it's just a matter of getting the system in a little bit better. So what I'm showing here is the name that is coming is the pencil. Ooh. Like right in like how like, oh no, oh no, not another dump. Oh gosh, oh, you Doom people are screwed. Uh-huh. Like, yeah. You know why? Is because we're all gonna get connected to, we're like, yeah. Think about it. Me and her get together, and then like me and the boys, the men, whatever you can call it, we're like, dude, we are all set. And then what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Once me and her get together, then me and the other dudes are gonna have our ladies. Mm-hmm. Then we all dudes. Great. So 11:30 p.m. Twitch time. Twitch time. That's at Pacific Standard Time. And so getting into the more fancy stuff. It's coming in to where we're like, hey, what's up? Like, what, you got supper? You got some supper? Like, that's and then the guys in the castle, they're like, that is an upside down I think that is an upside down melody. You're like, huh? Have you got your pizza? Well, what did Pa say? No, it's the PPA. What the hell is the PPA? Well, hey, pal. I'm gonna lay by the X. Yeah, and that's how it's done. That's literally how it's done. That's like in an imaginary world that brings us to the real world. Perfect. Park you right up. So we got 11:30 p.m. Like how like the kids are like, yeah, we're getting the radio set up. Then it was a dad or whose mom in the house. Oh yeah. Oh, I can finally hear. Oh, oh, I feel so comfortable inside of the bars. Uh, you're at a bar. um, then little Liebel says, "When am I gonna get supper?" Such poor little Liebel outside, wondering when they're gonna get their supper. Poor little Liebel. As the story develops, little Liebel is wandering outside while the others look in. Liebel, what are you doing out there? I don't know what he's doing. Liebel, you need to come inside. Liebels! Liebel! Liebels! Yes. As the time has drawn near, we prepare. The Elder Scrolls is a super, super fun series of games. It's really, really, really sweet. Um, Come up here at 11:30. That's a ways away from coming in from all the way from what time is it right now? It doesn't even I don't even know what the time really has no meaning when you're not only when you're having fun, but when you're doing something, when you're working. And that's an important thing for society to grow is to work on something that you either despise or you love, because you have to work no matter what, at something. And so in here, this will lead us into the other game series within the Elder Scrolls. The current release that has just come out in throughout the web is the game of Necrom, and that is a super 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 fun series to get into. I don't get into it too much, but I do some other things within Necrom. And so as much fun as High Isle is, I can never leave High Isle. That's the super thing fun about the Elder Scrolls. It's the game development for the Elder Scrolls universe. As you can see, the mapping system is a little out of date. So what we have to do is we have to make a date to where we can get to that one island. And it's like it's gay. Like, Len? There's all sorts of things to be said about that. So we got Gonflam Bay. It's all set. It's set. Like yup, 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 yup. So the story of Elder Scrolls is that Elder Scrolls started around 1993. The majority of the people that came in that kind of started over in 93 worked over in started in 1981, and then took all that time to roll around to 1993. How do you explain where video games were first being introduced online? The Elder Scrolls. Okay, The Elder Scrolls is a little out of date. This series currently has 5 main game versions with many different games within the different versions of the games. That's the basic thing. Right now we're in the 7th version of Elder Scrolls, and we have to get in the 6th version. And so the 6th version is kind of sticking out like a thumb. Not like a green thumb, not like a sore thumb. It's a thumb. It's a thumb. What do you know about Gonflam Bay? Well, I know a lot about Gonflam Bay. Do I know much about Galen? No. The reason why I don't go into Galen because I don't want to mess up the like a female. That's something that's a now that that's spoken, that's an unwritten rule that you don't go into certain places when they've been placed for a purpose. Galen is a dream world for females that's beyond belief. For me, Dream World is over in Gonfalon Bay. look what's happening right over here in like the area of Gonfalon Bay. It's not Amanos. We're working towards building Galen and Yeflin. And in order to get into Yeflin, we have to build Galen. So going over here, there's going to be a new version coming soon. It's Firesong. Like, oh boy, so much fun. So you can see this is the current year for the Elder Scrolls of 2023, and most likely this will go further on. They're like, does that say 21, 23? This will go way over the year of 21, 23. Because we have the privacy policy, the poly terms of service, legal information, code of conduct, the EULA, cookie policy, impressum, and add-on terms. You don't see the word and, but you see add-on terms. And that gives us something to where we can update the system, as you can see from the words that we learn, that you see inside of places like the web. If you're reading a book, you can see, such as, for example, if you were reading this as a book, as some call it, it says the Elder Scrolls 2023. It does cost some money, and some things don't cost money. That's the way of life. Some things you got to pay, and some things you don't have to pay. When you do pay for those proper channels, you get where you're trying to go. And weirdly enough, I just was looking for some people. I just plop right there. The person that was streaming was streaming, but they don't have the exact proper tools. Now they do have the actual tool that will come in handy for us, because they have an Xbox. They have an Xbox. And what I have is I have the other tool or tools to bring that Xbox onto the screen. So what we're working with is a sweet system. As you can see, the host is going to run her Xbox. We don't know how long that Xbox is going to last, so we're probably going to have to get another Xbox in the future. I've been through over 20 Xboxes, so it's pretty safe to say that Xboxes are safe, and they will go over 100 years. We will work endlessly to get those Xboxes to work. So that's a big thing. If I was led over in PlayStation, I would be playing PlayStation, and I would be going into the places that the PlayStation's really good at. Right now, PlayStation is very fluid, and most likely always will be, along with Xbox. I love Xbox, and so what's on my end, I'm working with types of Xboxes. like the people that work with Xbox, and we don't really deal with too much with PlayStation. So it's not that we couldn't work with PlayStation, but we're working with Xbox. So that's a really good thing. You can kind of tell, like, Microsoft is really coming in, which is a really good thing. So we have to figure out how how the Xbox is going to connect to tests. It's not an easy thing to just write in, hey, this person is streaming tonight, and yeah, of course it's easy enough to link up, like the site of Twitch. However, it's not so easy getting the system totally connected. When I earlier on in past years, when I was getting introduced into video games, some pretty sweet stuff. I was introduced to both Sega and Nintendo. The the Sega was the main system that I worked on, and this that you see, this is a branch of what Sega has moved towards. As you can see, Sega is kind of an unspoken company that really does look in deep inside. And what's happening is we're gearing towards Xbox. Xbox is that ultimate um, experience to where brings the games to life. And those of you that have an Xbox, you're totally, you know what I'm talking about. We do have some problems with the Xboxes, but we have to work on them. Some of them get a little bit too hot, and it seems like the um, almost all of them, not all of the Xboxes are running hot anymore. So that's what I'm talking about. There's been many names that Xbox has come out with. The exact Xboxes that I've worked on are the Xbox 360s, and the Xbox, it went from Xbox 360 over, and there's older systems, but the oldest system pretty much known as the Xbox 360, and going on from the Xbox 360 went to Xbox One, then went over to the Xbox X and S series, and so we're kind of going to the X series, if you may. That is super sweet. As you can see, Twitter is totally channeling in, going with X. It's really starting to fire up, for us to get Firesong in for the publication of Firesong. It's going to be such a relief when Firesong actually gets publicated fully. That's going to be a great thing. If you look in over and search Elder Scrolls Firesong, you're going to start to see a lot of information, just like you did on some of the older game series. Um, Cannot forget the first series that came out in '93. It's the actual release came out in 1994, and that was a hard year for all of us back in 1994. Um, Lots of things happened, and some things I don't want to talk about. The Looking into High Isle is the key. Um, and so I'm looking looking further into developing high isle more through SpaceX, and part of that is getting Firesong publicated. I feel that that's so important to keep the system growing, but but we can't grow the system too much. You see what I'm saying? The system is actually split in parts where it's a duo system. How I can best explain it is in the gaming industry. There's two major manufacturers for the game systems. There's multiple game systems that are available for sale, but the two major gaming systems are PlayStation and Xbox, and those systems have to perform be able to perform well. The the Xboxes and PlayStations were never meant to stream, and so this we're going to kind of push the devices as you can see the the 11:30 time for when we start getting together. I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact time that we all get together, but that's the formation of the team. So that's going to be some really good stuff to watch. Um, like I said, I don't know how long that Xbox is gonna last. I kind of pinpointed and asked some questions, and there was a person in there that, like always with a person, like one, it's just one person that always like, you ask a lot of questions, don't you? For good purposes, I do ask a lot of questions, and the I was asking if the Xbox was running hot, and she had checked the device, and she does everything that I ask. She really does. I can already see it. I'm really good at discerning, like when a person, when they listen and they they'll go full force. They'll go all out for me, and so that's the important step to understand for our teams to come together. Like it's a gathering. We're going to be gathering to get Firesong in into the web connected, to where we can go over to Scribes of Fate later on. And so this is the basic of what I consider like the last segment for the Firesong Quest project. I'll do some more stuff in other places, but I'm going to use this as a last segment for the Firesong Quest project, like transmitted as a video. This is going to be a fun thing when you guys that are following. You can kind of check the like of what's going on. There are going to be some major mistakes and a lot of fixes that are going to be need to be done from like what we're doing over. And this is going to involve the going all the way from like it's basically using Microsoft devices, and like when we go when like the all the way up from Microsoft all the way down to Xbox. It's a big process, and what I'm talking about with the Xboxes, they were never meant to actually stream on the web. And so we're gonna push those devices, how many ever devices that we need to get. We're in the future we're gonna have to get more Xboxes, but I'm gonna like I'll have to explain it over and over and over again, and she will understand like totally, and then the other guys they'll understand too when we need to buy more electronics, more tools basically is what I'm saying. The Xbox that she is running is going to be a very good running machine for over the years. I can't even say like how many years her actual Xbox that we use is going to actually last. So what's going to happen is she is over in another state, and most likely what will happen is she'll come over here to where I am, and then we'll move on, and we'll basically we'll stay in this area, and then we'll communicate, and we'll branch out Elder Scrolls into with users coming in. There will be a basic set number of people that are staying in on the stream team, but like always, there's just people that they either leave or they get kicked out, and I do not want to know like anybody that gets kicked out. I do not. I don't want to see the ugly fight that goes on every time where somebody gets fired from a job. If you've ever been through a job where you've gotten fired, either by whether you were doing something you weren't supposed to, or you got fired for no reason at all, there's some things to learn by going into tests. You'll be able to actually, by getting involved in Elder Scrolls, by either by buying a game or by learning through the system, you'll learn that you have to pay for certain things in order to basically survive. This is the greatest game series of all games. Comes down to the Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls has many branches of networks, and we need the connections to um, to run properly. With the recent past gaming convention that just came on, which was called QuakeCon, the company came in and was full force. Some did not understand how important the world championship actually was. Elder Scrolls was totally in there. Elder Scrolls was totally in QuakeCon, but Elder Scrolls is kind of like the underwriting, the best undercoding in the gaming world, and that is so sweet to see the graphics, and getting the publications in for the games. That's one of the most important things, the key fundamental principle for getting a sustaining a company, is by having the writings in there. Even if the writings look a little messy, they're not. The writings are there. There's so many people that are getting involved with the Elder Scrolls. This is going to save us. It really is. And so I'm going to go further in here to the system, to where Firesong is, and that's a sweet picture. As right now, you can see that we're in deck beta. You might wonder what deck beta is. I sometimes wonder what deck beta is. It's the first of the deck. So those of you in Elder Scrolls, are you going to Tales of Tribute? Or are you going to Legends? That is your choice. So we got the game list here, getting ready to link up Scribes of Fate and go with Firesong. The only true link that we have for Elder Scrolls is Firesong right now, to where we can connect up Scribes of Fate. And once we hook up Scribes of Fate, we hook up Necrom. And then we have a whole branch of network. As you can see, Elder Scrolls 7 will truly come in and be known throughout the web. It's otherwise known as ES7, the a basic short term for Elder Scrolls 7. The networking is getting built, so the game series are known. Not all of the game series are known in here as you're looking as you're watching. Just has a little bit of the game series. There's multiple game series that, like, it's unknown how many actual game series are in the Elder Scrolls. And that's the beautiful part, because with you getting involved in the Elder Scrolls, you're helping out the economy and you're growing yourself. It's a great thing. The thing that I'm gearing for individually in the Elder Scrolls is gearing up towards Blackwood. Blackwood is going to be sweet. There's a lot of things that can be done over in Blackwood. That Blackwood is already complete, and it's going to be fun year in and year out going back to Blackwood. Over in the Elder Scrolls, these things are done every year. It's a repetitive thing. It's like a resounding gong, and sometimes we don't want the resounding gong, but sometimes we need the resounding gong. We need to be reminded. Like, if you need to pay your bill, you need to be reminded that you need to pay for Firesong. And then a person says, well, how do you pay for Firesong? And then someone will say, through deck beta. You're gonna love this. Really, really are. Really, really, really. This is the hard part going into the system. We're going over into Wikipedia, and there's a big thing happening in Wikipedia right now. So just to let you know, you're gonna see some new stuff that's gonna be sweet, and this is the best thing about the system, is you're getting to see the system being built more. Right. So this is we're still on the page that came in. It looks like the yeah, this came, and I logged in, and come in. There's some really good stuff that's developing within Wikipedia. Some people, if you've wrote in Wikipedia before and then you get shot down, don't stop. Like, don't quit. And that's what I'm explaining over in Wikipedia. If you have gotten chastised, or if you have gotten the third degree from being in somewhere, well, there's a point of why somebody actually yelled at you. Nobody likes getting yelled at, and so what it is do your best and try again. The old train, 1,000 mile ride, is gonna help you keep on going. It's a really sweet thing to see the same things that are regularly in Wikipedia in the Elder Scrolls. For some of you, this is some pretty boring information. You don't want to go over those. I just want to help out and play. I want to play the game, or I want to build something in Elder Scrolls. All of that is available by going through the steps of certain things. Right here in the release timeline, this is the most important thing for Elder Scrolls, to keep a dating record of when the games were that came in and when they were released. This is the most important thing for the Elder Scrolls. It's a chronological timeline that gives us information of when things were and what things are going to be. What I'm talking about with all of the known game series by everyone in Wikipedia is through the timeline, and the new one that's coming in, that's being written, that's already been released, but we don't have all of the proper information to put in the Elder Scrolls V1 High Isle. We don't have all of the information in. So once we have all of the information, we can go in and we can input that information. So what we need the information currently to be inputted is in the year of 2022 timeline segment of Wikipedia, where it says the Elder Scrolls Online Firesong. There's some things to learn off of that, like where what's the middle thing after the Elder Scrolls Online over on in the year of 2022 timeline in the Elder Scrolls on Wikipedia. And some call it a middle score. What other name? What code word will everybody understand? What the coding term? What character is that line? And that's what we'll have to look at. I've got it written somewhere else on the web to where that coding term is actually the sign is actually known. So we have that saved somewhere else in the web. But for right now, as you look, what we need is we need the wording and the link to actually go into another proper page within Wikipedia. This is on a deeper level. This is merely impossible to get a link in there, because if you look inside the system of this, there is no link in the release timeline. There's literally there's no link. And this is the amazing part. This is the impossible thing that is known. There's no link in here. You see, do you really understand what I'm saying? There's no link inside of the timeline. The beautiful thing about this also is that there is no link. However, the links do work. See what I'm saying? There is no link on the inside, whereas there's multiple links that when you click on one of them, it goes to multiple pages throughout Wikipedia. That's amazing. Like it's amazing, but it's mind-boggling, where you don't want to just go in and you want to, where you just can't go and input information that you might want, or like what I'm saying is that you can't just input information. Like if you want, that's great. You know, you want to input some information that will help grow Wikipedia. That's a great thing. Going in here, there's a big thing that's going on that is leading us um, to some better things. With us just having the QuakeCon convention, this is basically of what's going on in Wikipedia. This is just like QuakeCon of what I'm talking about. Um, that's what's going on right now here in Wikipedia, and as you can see, this is a formation of something bigger. I'm gonna leave it here for right now. I'm going to go off of the screen, and this is some really important stuff to discuss as they're as Wikipedia is being looked heavily right now, and this is important stuff to make sure that we have the proper information. So I'm going to be right back and be right back. The Elder Scrolls is such a fun game to work with and play. And over in Wikipedia, it is really, really, really fun. It's really, really, really fun. Oh, they probably would have thought you would probably thought he was a demon. Right here it says over in Wikipedia, game historian Matt Barton concluded that the game set a new standard for this type of role-playing video game and demonstrated just how much room was left for innovation. Looking at here real quick in the inside, this involves all sorts of things that have to be done within Wikipedia. As you see, the person that had wrote the first sentence, the first word of the sentence game, how long that took them to actually write, that's a long time. Going all the way over to we're linking role playing video game, and then putting in the citation for the citation that was needed, um, and what looks like the paragraph of the paragraph. This is all, in grammar. You're not going to know everything, but something we can learn from. And so I'm going to go up to what I think of here in Wikipedia, how Wikipedia works. This is what I'm gonna show. There's two parts to Wikipedia that I see. Some consider they're like Wikipedia's in three forms, but I consider Wikipedia in there's two parts to Wikipedia. This is the actual third part of Wikipedia. Now here, as you see, it goes into the little board, whatnot, of what you can do and how you can get help. This right here is a branch of what I'm talking about. Um, right now, this is the most important thing for Wikipedia that's going in. The big writing, and what needs to be done. This is a twofold message to where you can write in Wikipedia. There's two places. You want to choose one. There's only two spots that you can go into to write. So this is what I'm explaining, and the importance of explaining this. You can be a part of the Wikimedia movement charter journey. All you got to do is just read the draft and share your thoughts on Meta Wiki. For some people, that's incomprehensible to understand, and some don't want to write, and some do want to write, and that's a great thing. That's to be part of the community in Wikipedia. It's super awesome, and depending on what you want to do, either going into sharing, like writing over in that spot, or writing in the spot where in Wikipedia in the current thing. Both are current. But what I consider important is writing about the current things that are needed. Right over here, if I were to click on this link here, this would be writing about the past. Whereas if you click on this link, you're looking at writing about current thoughts. So depending on where you're supposed to go, it's not really much of a discernment issue, like of where to click on. What you want to do, and this is a good suggestion, is to ask where you're going to where you're being led to. It's kind of hard to be led by by someone else or something when you don't know. If well, where are you gonna write, or what should I choose? This is a good thing to know, where, like, if you're going to be writing about like past thoughts, you want to go in to be a part of the Wikimedia movement charter journey. This is part of the Firesong Quest project. Firesong has already been released in many forms, and we need to get there by going into the current. This right here in Wikipedia is the current article that is being written over on Wikipedia. This is super sweet because there's news that is written every day. It's like every day. So right over here, this, I have no idea who this was before, but I'm gonna write about her. It's Frances Cleveland. Was she like? That's probably how we got Cleveland, Ohio. So it says here, was the first lady of the United States. No, Frances, no, you were not the first lady. So who'd she meet? She met. Who'd she meet? Frances Cleveland. Nobody remembers the guy. This is back at the time when Abraham Lincoln first was spoke on the intercom. Hey. So I said he lost his reflection. So this is back in 1888. So she was born in 1864, and she lived until 1947. This is an important thing with pictures, which I consider Wikipedia is does this too. Thinks this way too. In pictures of people that are no longer living, shows a black and white picture. And I've seen some pictures throughout the media to where there's people where they put themselves as black and white. Something it's like a cute thing to do, and then when they find out that they're stuck with they want to no longer live. And then when it comes time, they're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. But like, yeah, you did do that. And when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. That's the important thing to know, because when you know it's time to let go, you'll let go. You know, the first lady, she knew when it was time to go. And in 47, she knew it was time to go. She believed. She said, it's time to go. But she told him, I ain't never going from you. And he got an Oscar for that. Dang it, I'm stuck with her. I think I'm going to be stuck. with her at 11:30. If you catch my drift, that's some sweet stuff. Like think of it, the drift over in the rift. Where are we gonna live? Or over in Tamriel. She's like, oh well, the rift sounds nice, honey. So, what is going to be written? Oh, we can write about kindergartens. That'll be great. As you can see here in the kernel article, you just can't write right away. You gotta go in there. You gotta go in there. Francis Cleveland. Also known as Folsom. So when she came of age, her name changed to Frank Clara. Why did they why did she or why do others say like, hey, let's call you let's call you a guy, and that's most likely where guy came from. Like we're gonna call her Frank, and they thought it was funny, and so they because that is. So she is it says here, she is the sole first lady in U.S. history to have served in the role during 2 non-consecutive terms. That's a great thing. And the whole meaning behind this is a person needs a spouse in order to go through fully. That's that there. I'm sure there was a lot of things that was going on. And so we're like, so this is good information. So he met her. So he was born in 1837. 1837. You wanna mark that down. So her name's not Frank. And you see that right over here as we go in, we see this with instead of Francis Folsom, leads us over to Francis Cleveland. Like let's go in there. Like, okay, Frank. Let's be frank about that. So Ohio had 5 children. Like, that's not very many people. This looks like a good place to start right here. After she died in 1947 and was buried alongside her first husband in Princeton Cemetery. Okay. The baby cabbage. He brought her first baby cabbage. Okay, so 1837. How old was he? 1837. He was born in 1837 and she was born in 1864. 1837. So what's 64 minus 37? This is good math doing the mind. 64 minus 37. Remember the steam battery. You got 64. So this is good for the mind. 64 and 37. So 6 has a 5. Like, so 14 minus 7 is what? Is 7. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So that has a 7. And then the 5 minus 3 is 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 7. So he met her when he was 27 years old. Okay, so what? Let's see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it right here because it's like this is frozen, but it's not. Now that I see it, it says okay. There we go. You space out. So 27, he first met her when he was 27. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this on here, and I'm going to start charging the battery. So this is a good thing. There can be writing that can be put in. So I'm going to try to remember he met her first when he was 27. That's a really good thing. So I'm going to go off the screen and leave this here. This is some good stuff. This is good for connections, and let's see if this stays on, even though when the connection goes off, if the connection comes back. This is good for writing purposes. So I will be right back. See, I'm right back. What happens in the computerized system sometimes when you disconnect, it's no longer. And not saying that the connection won't come back, but this is to safeguard the connection. So there has to be writing. Um, let's see here. So it's a 27. Oh, sounds is going to be reread. Folsom met at 27 years of age. So what was he thinking? Did he know? That's and provided for the well-being of Francis. Oh, like Folsom met him over 27 times while she was an infant. The wedding. Wedding was done over a period, 27-year period. Now, this is gonna be funny though. It's going to be confusing for some because when you usually think of a comma before or after the period. So it felt longer. It felt longer than 27 years. Felt longer than 27 years waiting. Before of the election. So it says here right now that it felt longer than 27 years before thinking of the election. This is great. Okay, so this will make total sense. It felt longer than 27 years before thinking of the election. When her husband lost reflection or re-election. When her husband lost re-election. Okay, so all right. Wanted to make sure took a long time to think what was happening Okay, wanted to make sure the 27-year period was understood. Took a long time to think how many years or what was happening back then. Great knowledge to know the history of our past present. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break here and come right back here in a little bit as the battery is about to has about 10% in the battery charge. So I'm gonna go off of here and we're gonna see that the see if the writing if it like stuck or didn't. So this is gonna be a great thing to see that the information is there. I will be right back. The Elder Scrolls is so much fun to work with, and going in and contributing to places like Wikipedia is so important, and seeing that the information is correct and true. Right over here, as today's article, it's talking about Frances Cleveland. She was born in 1864 and unfortunately passed in 1947. Married to our past president, Grover Cleveland. And so what was looking on here, seeing if the information has stuck in the system. I think I am logged out, but I want to see that we have the information here available in the system. As it shows here, Frances Clara Cleveland Preston, nee otherwise known as Folsom. She was christened as Frank Clara. She was said to been born in July 21st of 1864, and then she was the first lady of the United States from 1886 to 1889. And again from 1893 until 1897. So this is some information you might think of like 1886 to 1889. Well, that wasn't a full thing. But then there's writing in there of proof that they were there in the two, like the two terms. This is some of the most important things to have information on everyone. This is beyond important. Also, it shows here as Folsom met Grover Cleveland while she was an infant, as he was a friend of her father, Oscar Folsom. So the nee means previously, before she was married. Her last name was Folsom. She was an actual Folsom before she was a Cleveland. And hey, she married Grover while he was the incumbent president. It felt longer than 27 years before thinking of the election. When her husband lost re-election in 1888, they went into private life for 4 years and began having children. Yeah. So, okay. Like, have you ever thought about that? That's so funny. Okay, so we got this. We got this. We got it. It's all good. Good to go. Good to go. Where we're gonna go after the Clevelands? We're gonna go to tests. Google. 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 This is what I see the of how the site is developing. This is great. That there's information in there throughout the web. This is absolutely beautiful. All right. All right. Do 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 do. Dude, Sepalex. Well, I hope you learned a lot here today. And the Elder Scrolls is an important key principle within throughout the web, and it all starts out with Tess and goes on to where it goes after Tess. Firesong. Hope you had a good one. I'll see. Blah 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 blah. Remember, 11:30 tonight. So I hope you have a good one, and it's good together. Always good together.